Crews are surveying the damage left behind after a powerful tornado touched down in Illinois. This is a live picture from a helicopter there over Rochelle, looking down on some of the damage left behind. Rochelle, about 80 miles west of Chicago. Emergency officials say this twister damaged or destroyed just about every single home in a nearby farm community, Ferndale. And you see some of the scattered debris there from that barn and the other areas there. Look at all that lumber there and the debris there behind the barn. This is again in Rochelle. We'll hear more from the survivors in about 15 minutes. Right now, let's bring it closer to home. Here in Nashville, News Channel 5's Matthew Torres has been surveying some of the damage that we had from those high winds, and a tree down there behind you. Not a whole lot of damage, but certainly a problem for some folks, right?
Yeah, it certainly was a problem for many drivers. We had a supervisor with Metro Transit Authority here trying to navigate even the Metro buses. So it's been tricky because it's, of course, such a large vehicle that they're trying to go around the road because right now Metro Police have blocked off. We are on Piccadilly Row in Antioch. As you can see behind me, we have Metro Public Works crew here right now chainsawing this tree that knocked over earlier this morning because of a lightning that struck the tree. And as you can see, there's plenty of work, and what we're told is that they've been busy the entire morning clearing out other trees that were down because of the storm. Take a look at the video just to give you an example. If you were asleep at the time around 2 o'clock this morning, this is a video shot at the Bicentennial Mall, and obviously we see the lightning, we see the heavy winds and the rain from it, which all played a factor in plenty of power outages. Nearly 11,000 whenever we started receiving reports of power outages. It has now just gone down to 9. So sooner or later, all the power will be restored, and sooner or later, this road will be cleared finally for people to drive through. And as you can see, we have the crews trying to work their hardest to clear the road, which has been, of course, very tricky this morning. We're reporting live in Antioch. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, Matthew, thanks for the update on that. The largest convention ever held at the new Music City Center officially kicks off in just a few hours. 70,000 people expected to be in Nashville this weekend for the big National Rifle Association's annual convention. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley is inside the Music City Center this morning. That place is huge, isn't it?
It's massive. I mean, I feel so small when I'm in here. There are so many different displays going on. 350,000 square feet of displays all around the Music City Center. We're inside the NRA Museum. It's very interesting. They've got a lot of different weapons in here. One of the most interesting, let me show you this. This is the .45 caliber used in Dirty Harry, obviously the very famous Clint Eastwood movie. You can see it right there, as well as the badge as well. So definitely some interesting things that aren't just about all of the guns as well. Now let's talk about the exhibit hall itself. We were able to go yesterday and show you exactly what it looked like inside. Let's show you those displays. And by the way, by .45 caliber, I mean .44 caliber. This is what happens when you have to talk about things that you don't know about. Anyway, they have 350,000 square feet, like I said. Registration begins this morning at 8 o'clock. The exhibit hall goes from 9 until 6 through Sunday. So there's going to be a lot going on. Let's take a look at this schedule to show you exactly some of the hot spots we've pointed out this weekend. The Leadership Forum, that begins at 1 o'clock today. They've got some big political Republican leaders coming in town today for that. Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, just to name a few. Then later on this weekend, they've got a big concert tomorrow night at Bridgestone Arena with Alan Jackson. And then it all ends Sunday around 1 o'clock when Ted Nugent host a show as well. So lots going on all weekend long. As always, road closures are expected, especially around the Demonbreun area, as well as going down towards Broadway. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Bocephus himself, Hank Williams Jr., will be performing a concert live on Broadway. So as always, be very careful if you're downtown, because with 70,000 people, it's going to be a very crowded yet very fun weekend here in Nashville. For now, we're live here at the Music City Center. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, Cuthbert, thank you very much. And new this morning, a man recovering after being shot while lying in his own bed. Police tell us someone fired a couple of rounds into the Rains Avenue home around 10 last night. The victim went to the hospital but should be okay, shot in the foot. No arrests have been made. Let's head up I-65 now. A man is dead after a shootout with police near a Louisville middle school. Officers were called to Lassiter Middle around 8 last night. They found a man in a nearby field armed with a gun. They told him to put it down and surrender, but he didn't. He started shooting at the officers. They shot back, hitting and killing that suspect. So far, the person's name has not yet been given out. Some new information now this morning about that officer-involved shooting in Maryville over in East Tennessee we told you about along the North Carolina border. The TBI says the suspect is identified as Jason Halfaker. He was armed with a BB gun. We're told that the gun did not have any marks, though, showing that it was just a BB gun. The officer, Kevin Fuller, fired when the suspect started approaching him with what looked like a pistol. Halfaker was hit in the abdomen and taken to a nearby hospital. No update on his condition right now. One of Tennessee's most wanted criminals still on the run right now. Barry Moore, we've got a picture of him. There it is. He's charged with first-degree murder. Police say he was the guy behind the wheel of an SUV involved in a deadly drive-by shooting on Ellington Parkway last March. If you've seen Moore or you have any idea where he may be right now, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Well, he used to be a star Oakland high school football player here in the mid-state. Now he's accused of kidnapping. Devon Patterson, known as DP, has been charged with especially aggravated kidnapping and robbery and assault and extortion. According to WGNS, he was arrested on West College Street Tuesday. Police not giving very many details about that case, but as soon as they do, we'll bring those to you. Patterson graduated back in 2011 from Oakland High School. He had varsity football stats that far exceeded the national average, and he was looked at by a lot of different schools. A TSA agent who took pictures of a woman in an airport bathroom has been sentenced. This is a disturbing story. Daniel Boykin will be spending 6 months in jail and facing more than 5 years of probation. Investigators say he was obsessed with a female co-worker, so he recorded her in a bathroom at the Nashville International Airport. The judge also ordered Boykin to receive mental health treatment. Had hundreds of images of that woman and video too. A former bar owner convicted of killing a country music singer that played at his bar will learn his fate today. A sentencing hearing is scheduled for Chris Farrell. Farrell shot and killed Wayne Mills back in November 2013 at his former 2nd Avenue restaurant. Last month, the jury found Farrell guilty of second-degree murder charges. Prosecutors say the fight started with an argument over a cigarette and spilled into the parking lot in front of that bar.